With the new Star Wars comic series that began this year and the upcoming Darth Vader comic series, both using the scene between Darth Vader and Luke on Cloud City as the catalyst for the stories that would be told in their opening arcs, where Luke would understand the truth of his lineage and connection to Vader, I thought we'd look at some of the Legends lore that exists where Luke revealed his thoughts during this important moment. In Legends, we don't just see instances of Luke's thoughts during this moment, but Luke would reflect deeply on the events of Cloud City as they were significant to him not only for the truth he learned about Vader, but also for what he learned about the dark side and his path as a Jedi. 11 years after the Battle of Yavin, and 8 years after he learned Vader was his father, Luke recorded an entry at his Jedi Praxian on Yavin 4, an academy founded by Luke after the Battle of Endor, explaining his true thoughts during his duel with Vader in Episode 5 and just how close he was to choosing a different path. The most important point for Luke is the fact that he overestimated his ability to confront and conquer the dark side, not believing for a moment he would be tempted by the dark side's power. However, in the aftermath of the duel, Luke recognized he was wrong, but in the moment, Luke's overconfidence in his ability to reject the dark side, combined with his brutal defeat to the Sith Lord and the ruinous truth Vader revealed, Luke was completely vulnerable to Vader's proposed alliance. The one thing that made joining Vader so potentially valuable in Luke's mind was the fact he recognized Vader's offer to join him was legitimate. Vader really did want Luke to help him overthrow the Emperor, which of course was a goal the Sith Lord shared with Luke. As the novel The Life of Luke Skywalker reveals, Luke found Vader's voice to be hypnotic as he presented the potential to destroy the Emperor and rule the galaxy. Noting that Vader was being sincere and telling the truth about their connection, Luke recognized in the moment he was slowly beginning to fall under Vader's aura, which again spoke to Luke being unprepared to truly confront and reject the dark side. Of course, Luke wouldn't fall completely, finding a needed calmness to choose another path in that moment. But the dark side and his desire to end the rule of the Emperor aside, Luke also revealed in his recording on Yavin 4, years after these events on Cloud City, that he had another reason for almost joining Vader that isn't obvious as the scene played out in Episode 5. As Luke still had to admit 8 years later, he was horrified to find he almost accepted Vader's offer simply because it appeared to be the only logical move to ensure his survival. He was badly defeated, and with Vader standing before him, it looked as though Luke's choice was either join the Sith Lord or be destroyed. And wanting to survive to continue his fight against the Empire, Luke thought perhaps he should join Vader as the only obvious move to be made. In fact, as further revealed in Luke's recording, the Jedi had to admit he quickly formulated a plan where he would actually pretend to ally with Vader, only so he could try to escape from him at some point in the future. Fortunately, Luke also gave his reasons for why he ultimately didn't join Vader, which spoke more to the aspects of his own survival rather than the rejection of the dark side. As Luke reflected, he instinctively knew at the time he could never join Vader, and perhaps more importantly, any of his desperate schemes to ensure his survival through an alliance with him would fail. For that reason, knowing that he was being pulled down multiple pathways that could result in an alliance with Vader, Luke recognized he had to get away from the Sith Lord immediately, leading to his choice to plunge down into the reactor shaft. But reflecting on the events of Cloud City and his duel with Vader years later, Luke had to admit he had numerous reasons why he almost joined the Sith Lord in that moment, which ranged from his vulnerabilities to the dark side, his desire to destroy the Emperor, and simply to ensure his own survival. So there we have it, Luke's thoughts about Vader's offer to join him, both in the moment and almost a decade later. Thank you very much to all of the Patreon members of Star Wars Reading Club, as your support is so greatly appreciated. You can find all of our social media links and a link to our Star Wars gaming channel in the description below, for updates and even more Star Wars content. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions. Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. If not for me, for the Jedi Praxian.